This is Into the Fire.
I'd like to welcome to Into the Fire the huge, the athletic, one of this year's draft bolters, Shannon Neale. Nice to meet you, Shannon.
Nice to meet you too, mate.
First things first, I want to congratulate you on your hit single, What About Me? Just kidding. Reckon you'd sing better than Shannon, Neale. Anyway, rumour has it that you were quite the athlete when you were young. Did you do athletics at a young age?
Yeah, I did. So obviously I started athletics when I was about 8, so in the under 9 age category. Obviously through my dad, I was in love with it straight away. So I've done it from a young age, and I stopped at the start of last year for footy. So I've done it for quite a while, and yes, I was an athletics person.
Yeah, that's what got you such an athlete.
Definitely.
I heard you say that one thing you wanted to improve was your marking. Are you kidding me? With hands the size of yours, I reckon it would be harder to drop them. Let's have a look at hands. NASA's satellite dishes are smaller.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah. Now, I've asked around about you, and you've got quite a following lately. A player that is certainly now talked about figuring in this year's draft. Have you thought about it much?
I do think about the draft a bit. Obviously, it's been a dream of mine since a kid, so it does play on the back of your mind a bit. But you try not to let it affect the way you play footy and the way you go about life, because obviously it's a big if in your life. So it's not up to you in a certain aspect. So it does go on my mind a bit, but I try not to let it affect the way I go about things.
That's a good mindset. Now, at over 200 centimetres, agile and hard-working, a ruck and forward option. No wonder clubs are coming to you. What do you think has changed over the past 2 years to bring you to this point?
Probably the one thing that I do pretty well is my work ethic and my dedication. So as soon as I quit athletics and put all my eggs in the one basket for footy, I made sure that I was putting time in outside of just training hours to be the best I could be, and just put in humongous amounts of work. Obviously, body size, upper body strength was a big weakness of mine coming from athletics. So I did put a lot of work into that, but just making sure I was doing the right things and putting in extra hours to make sure I was being the best person I could be.
That's awesome. What was your pet event in athletics?
Yeah, so my two favourite events were 400 and 800, and obviously they were the ones that I excelled in and got to a national level for. So those two were my favourite events.
Yeah, they're not my favourite.
They're not everyone's first choice.
I like the hurdles myself and the 100s.
Yeah, I used to be all right at the hurdles. Started that as a young age, but obviously progressed into longer distances.
Yeah. Now, you're a terrific bloke. Everyone says this. How would you sum yourself up to those who don't know you?
To people who don't know me, obviously I've been asked a fair bit, how would your friends describe you? And 3 ways I do that is I'm dedicated, I like to have a laugh, so I always chuck a few jokes out there, so I'm a bit humorous, and always stay honest.
Yeah, those are pretty good traits. Now, I know you like to rock and love kicking a goal. If you have to pick one to spend 80% of the time in, what would it be, ruck or forward?
Probably ruck. Ruck's probably my first point of call, purely for the fact, obviously, I can put my strength and utilise that, which is athletics, and just run around the ground as much as possible. And then also just getting a good hit out is a real confidence booster in my eyes. So if I can get a few hit outs, it really brings the best out of me on the field.
Now, you got the email to the combine, which is great. Were you serious when you said on the footy yarn that you were looking forward to running the 2-kilometre run? Seriously, you're a big man. That's awesome.
Yeah, obviously, like I said on the footy yarn, it's not everyone's first pick, but from an athletics background, like I mentioned, it's probably the one I'm looking forward to, because more than running a time, it's something that I can compete in against the other boys from the academy and obviously the WA boys. So I guess it goes back to my roots a little bit and what I love to do. But also I'm just really looking looking forward to the vibe and just enjoying it with the boys, because it's a massive opportunity.
Yeah, it is. Talking of the footy yarn, I love those boys. But did you feel bad about showing them up in a skills competition? I'm putting it out there, Seven Hayden. I'm sure I could beat you two. Challenge sent, boys.
Yeah,
Anyway, back to
yeah.
that day was amazing. Is that a big strength of your game?
Yeah, obviously that was a massive opportunity, and I really loved going on the episode. To show them up was something else. Obviously playing forward, so that's one of my strengths is obviously trying to kick goals. So showing them up in a game of pig was probably a great achievement for me.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good achievement.
Definitely.
People have compared you to the King brothers, which is a big rap. Do you model your game on any players in the AFL?
Yeah, so obviously the King brothers are something the two people I look up to probably the most. With their physique and their attributes is a lot like mine. Like we're both around the 90 kilos, we're both over 200. So they're obviously great like role models to look up to, and their athletic attributes to work up the ground and push back is something that I really do look up to as well. From a ruck point of view, I love watching Nick Nat. He's very exciting to watch where he gathers his own hit outs. And then obviously Brody Grundy and Max Gorn with their athletic attributes, they're a similarity to me, and obviously looking up to them and how they utilise that strength is something that I really try and role model.
Yeah, and they're all good players as well. Okay, Shannon, let's have some fun questions to finish. If you had to cook a meal tonight, what would be your go-to meal?
My go-to meal would be a burrito bowl. I love burrito bowl. I love chicken and rice, and obviously chucking a few veggies in there. It's a healthy dish. It's very tasty, so I love a burrito bowl.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I haven't had one before, but it sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Where in the world would you go if you could choose a holiday destination?
I'd choose Santorini in Greece. All those white buildings and on the coast there, and when the sun sets, it looks really, really like beautiful. So I'd love to go there at some point in my life.
Yeah, that sounds good. If you could choose to be any sports star for a year, who would it be and why?
I'd probably choose LeBron James. You'd probably get that a little bit, but obviously with his platform and how elite he is, and living a day in the life of him, obviously he'd get a lot of attention, but also getting around with, obviously everyone knows him, so he'd know a few contacts, and I reckon he'd just have a really fun day when he's not in the practice facility.
Yeah. Which would you rather be, a movie star, a rock singer, or a male model?
Probably a rock star.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, rock star.
You've been selected to be on any reality TV show. Which one do you choose?
Ooh, reality TV show. Oh, that's a tough one. I'd probably choose. Oh, why not? Home and Away. I'd choose Home and Away. Like, obviously, everyone loves that classic TV show. So I'd probably go on that one.
Last question. Your house is about to fall down. Besides family and pets, what do you grab before leaving?
My Xbox. I'd definitely grab my Xbox.
Yeah, it's pretty important.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, Shannon, it's been great, but no one leaves into the fire without a tip from me. You're a huge talent, and with such athletic traits, no wonder you're a draft bolter. But it's down the track I'm worried for you. I've seen your ability to kick a goal, so there's no problem there. A goal will come in the AFL quickly, I'm sure. But mate, you lack something. If you're going to clunk big marks and bang through goals, you need a celebration fitting for the man. Lucky I'm here. I have you covered. It's into the fire.
Oh, you beauty. No, I'll definitely keep that one in mind. I've always struggled with celebrations, but I reckon that'll come out some point soon. I'll definitely tell you that.
You want to give it a try? Together?
Is it?
Yeah, try together. 3,
Ready?
1. Yeah.
Perfect.
Shannon, you've been amazing, and I hope that it all goes well for you in the draft, because the AFL needs people like you in it. You're a sensational bloke and a ripping footballer. Thanks for the chat, mate.
Thanks, Liam. Really appreciate it. It's been great to have a chat with you. Obviously, I've seen a few of your interviews, and it's been a pleasure to be on. So thank you for having me, mate.
Thank you.